I want to begin with a question for each of us to hold in our hearts for the next few minutes. Let's each ask ourselves, what does the cross mean to me? Last week during homily response, Polly spoke about seeing and seeing very well. Today, Meister Eckhart tells us it is our destiny to see as God sees. So let's gaze deeply at the cross. We'll begin by considering different renderings of the cross and what they could mean for us, and how we are to live the cross in our lives. Although there are many styles of crosses, I would like to mention 4 and posit that at the heart of each rendering is love. First is a Celtic cross. The interlocking weave shows intimate connection, and the circular design offers inclusivity and far-reaching love. Another is the cross of mercy, with a heart at its center. A compassionate and merciful heart is life-giving and saturated with love. The third is a bread and cup cross, a cross of Eucharistic nourishment. Throughout his life, Jesus nourished people through his thought-provoking teachings, his healing touch, and his engaging conversations. In 2025, we continue to be nourished through these life-giving bread and cup moments of Jesus's life and our own life, and are reminded that love permeates all authentic nourishment. The fourth is a resurrection cross. This cross represents the reality that life and death are inextricably bound together, and that life, not death, has the final word. We see this in humanity, and we see this in nature. It reminds us of the great mysteries, faithful, joyful, and enduring love that companions and transforms us and all creation in moments of light and darkness. The Celtic cross, cross of mercy, bread and cup cross, and resurrection cross are just 4 of the myriad ways the cross has been depicted through the centuries. I believe each one shows different facets of love that permeate Jesus's way. Perhaps we can ask ourselves, how do various renderings of the cross help me to see more deeply what the cross of Jesus means for me? We all face the challenge of living the love of the cross in everyday moments. And seeing how to do this is ever evolving and sometimes surprising. I'd like to share a personal story that reflects this learning for me. 3.5 years ago, we downsized and moved into a townhome in a new development in Middletown Township, Pennsylvania. Little did we know that 2 years later, a developer would propose building a 330,000 square foot warehouse on the vacant lot between our homes and the development just on the other side of the proposed construction. We decided it was essential that we voice strong opposition to it, and that we do so in a respectful and organized manner to have the greatest positive impact on our local government's decision. I want to give a shout out to Stan here for his stellar leadership in guiding a committee of our residents to oppose this. They formed good working relationships with township officials, elected representatives, legal and medical experts, and neighboring communities. It was an intense experience from November 2024 through August 2025, as we discussed strategy, planned how we would speak at public meetings, and attended all of the meetings of the Planning Commission and Township Council. As an aside, without a doubt, this is the best civics lesson I have ever had in my 71 years of living. To be clear, we had limited funding, and the corporate developer had deep pockets. So we knew from the start this would be an uphill battle against very long odds. Yet we believed we had to stay in the struggle and felt there was strong technical, environmental, and medical justification to deny the application. Throughout the grueling public process, township residents and experts spoke calmly and intelligently against this proposal. I was proud of our neighborhood community and the township officials who listened carefully and respectfully during the many hours of public comment, both verbally and in writing. In the end, the council voted unanimously to deny the warehouse application. At the beginning of this process, I would not have put this in the category of living the love of the cross. But after months of working through difficulties, tensions, and intense discussions, attempting at every turn to choose the high road and walk with integrity, I saw more clearly that love was at the heart of every decision and exchange. We were so grateful the council saw this proposal the same way we did. Just as Jesus stayed true to his mission to the end, the council stayed true to their core responsibilities to protect the health and safety of the residents and to improve the quality of life of the community. In a similar way, the residents too stayed true to their convictions and followed the process through to completion. I personally felt transformed through this love of the cross experience, a stand-up moment to lift high the values we cherish for all to see. Each one of us is called to live the love of the cross, whether in the political arena, as in this case, or in a personal decision, a family issue, a health challenge, or an encounter in nature. As followers of Jesus, we are called to live the love of the cross. I began this homily with the question, what does the cross mean to you? I invite you to take some time this week to see more deeply what the cross means to you and how you are living its meaning. And of course, you're welcome to share any thoughts you may already have during homily response. may we see and be love in all things.